Welcome to Precision Crypto Trading with JBGrowth. We're talking about Bitcoin relative pair strength, a key component of the triple confirmation selection process to find market leaders. So we're looking for leaders versus bleeders. Super performance stock traders use a stock and the S&P pair to determine its relative strength of the market. In other words, is it a leader or is it a bleeder? Is the name leading in its pair strength, or is it bleeding to its pair? We have found this works much the same way with altcoins and their Bitcoin pairs. Why is this important? Well, we know from reverse factor modeling, 99% of big moves in the market demonstrate strong relative pair strength before they make their moves. When we add pair strength to the triple confirmation of trend and price action, we increase our probability of success and improve our risk-reward ratios, sometimes dramatically. Let's look at some examples. INJ, SOL, AIOZ, and AERO, and in the current market, SUI, Aave, and AERO. Okay, let's look at some charts. We have INJ, our Bitcoin Pair Strength Indicator, and I put Bitcoin on the chart at the bottom just so you can see what's going on. We see, obviously, Bitcoin's in a downtrend, INJ is in a downtrend, and we see flat Bitcoin and a huge surge here with INJ, right? You see the Bitcoin Pair Strength Indicator turns green. We have 52-week high dots happening here, but you can see this big surge runs right into this big downtrending 40-week and comes right back in. But look what happens again. Bitcoin is still flat here at the bottom. But look at INJ and the big surge. The pair indicator is going green again. We're hitting all kinds of 52-week dots. And that might have been difficult to get in, easy to miss. That's a big, big move. But then we see some consolidation here. We see some volatility contraction. But look at all this Bitcoin pair strength right here. So what a great setup right here. And if we measure this, I mean, this is a 110% move right there. Even just along the 10-week, we have a 110% move. But we keep going. Another nice setup here. We see Bitcoin pair strength indicators green. We see more of these 52-week high dots. Beautiful consolidation cup here. And another run of 330% just from that point. So if you missed these other setups, they were too volatile, it happens too fast, you could have caught this move right here, 330% from this consolidation. And we see the dead giveaway. We see a flattening Bitcoin. It's starting to rise, but on the Bitcoin pair strength indicator, we're on green and we see a lot of 52-week dots. And that and the other triple confirmation, we see the moving averages stacked and turned up, and we see some huge moves. And this just sticks out in a down or flat market when we see something really moving, and that Bitcoin pair strength indicator really helps us see that. All right, let's look at Solana. Here we have, again, the down market. Bitcoin is dropped quite a bit. It's flattened out. Solana is in the red here, but then we see Solana starts to flatten out, and we actually marked the chart here. This is where we actually did a buy. You can see the Bitcoin pair strength indicator goes on green. We get some 52-week high dots right here, and right here a nice pivot. We see the moving averages consolidated. They've turned up. We see triple confirmation, a strong Bitcoin pair, and Solana just takes off. Huge move from this pivot. We can see just following up the 10-week, that's a 527% move. So huge move right there. We were in this move, but that Bitcoin pair strength indicator, really just a giveaway. So we can see what happens when Bitcoin pair strength is surging and we're above the moving averages. We have a price setup. These are what the leaders look like. Okay, let's look at AIOZ. We see Bitcoin is flat. AIOZ is in a downtrend. Then right here, and around November of 2023, we see this flatten out. We see the Bitcoin pair indicator turn green. We see some 52-week high dots, a nice little pause right here above the moving averages, couple pivot points right here, great entry. Again, we caught this early because the Bitcoin pair strength was just a dead giveaway. We see it turning green. We see the 52-week high dots. The moving averages are consolidated and turned up. And this just obviously took off and didn't look back. We have a pause here at about 530%, another pause here at about 1100%. And if we just rode this all the way along the 10-week, we have 2,900% return. If you caught any part of that, you would have moved your account. Huge. Okay, let's take a look at AERO. We were watching this very closely as it was listed on Coinbase. One of our team members was aware of this, had our attention. So as we watched this, we saw, okay, this looks like it's trying to complete a cup. We see Bitcoin is fairly flat. We see the pair strength is red here, but look at this. Bitcoin pair strength starts to surge. We see the volume start coming in and little consolidation, but look at this, boom, right out of the cup. We see the positive Bitcoin pair strength, 52-week high dots coming in, big volume, and AERO absolutely just takes off. This was one of our biggest winners for the cycle. And easy to hold through this. This blue line right here is the 20-day EMA. We see how we just stayed right above that 20-day. We just keep going above that 20-day. I'm going to zoom out here, and we can see that move out of the cup all the way till we start getting closes at the 20-day EMA. That's a 1,300% move almost. We'll call it 1,200% plus move just from coming out of that first primary cup all the way, not even closing below the 20-day EMA till the very top. And if you just use the two close below the 20-day EMA rule, you would have captured a 1,200% plus return. And that's exactly what we did. This was our biggest winner of the early cycle here. You can see how the Bitcoin pair strength indicator is really revealing that strength. You can see it on green. You can see the 52-week dots. And those are where the leaders are. We want to be with the leaders, not the bleeders. All right, let's take a look at SUI. SUI real strong in its Bitcoin pair, triple confirmation, moving averages turned up. And then, of course, we see when this turned over, moving averages are now flattened. Call that stage 3. Price crashes below. Bitcoin pair is bleeding. We start to see 52-week lows in the Bitcoin pair. So we are now a bleeder against Bitcoin. But look what happens here. Okay, we see a big buying day right here. We see the break of the downtrend. And then what happens? The Bitcoin pair turns green. The Bitcoin pair is surging. We look at a higher low, and there's right where we bought this. This is how we caught this one early, is because we saw triple confirmation. We saw the Bitcoin pair turning green. We saw the break of the downtrend. We see a higher low confirmation. And right here, out of the gate, we are up 56%, likely a new leader. Here we are in September 2024, and this could easily be another Solana type move. And this is how we catch them early. All right, let's take a look at Aave. You can see Aave here in 2020. Big move. You can see the 52-week highs on the Bitcoin pair strength. Huge surge. We'll measure that. That's 600% return, 600% move, 436% just above the 10-week. And we were not in that one, but let's take a look at what's happening here now in 2024. We see a bleeding pair. Okay, but let's look what happens. Here we have Aave breaking the downtrend, moving averages turning up. But here we are, we see the Bitcoin pair turning up. We see our indicator on green. We see a 52-week high dot here over here, but we bought this coming out of the higher low with the green Bitcoin pair strength above the moving averages. And we see this already up 21%. So we already have a profit cushion on this one. And again, these early leaders with Bitcoin pair strength coming off of a downtrend, these are oftentimes the names that are going to lead the next up market. And at the very least, we're riding this with a profit cushion because we caught that triple confirmation early. And that Bitcoin pair strength really shows what breakouts are more likely to work, which names are likely to be the leaders. Again, we want to stay away from the bleeders. Okay, we were looking at AERO this time in 2024, around September. We see the downtrend. We see the bleeding Bitcoin pair. But then we see something happen here. We see the Bitcoin pair, it hasn't turned green, but we see that line start turning up. We see a break of the 3-touch trend line. We actually set an alarm on that. The moving averages are turning up. We have a higher low line drawn here. And as this breaks out, we entered, but we didn't have a green Bitcoin pair, but we saw this line trending up quite a bit. And as we saw that Bitcoin pair strength turning, we saw that set up with the higher low. We saw the moving average turning up, triple confirmation. And we see AERO just took off from that point. And we caught a 59% move there. Again, using triple confirmation. We did not have the green pair strength, but we saw that Bitcoin pair line surging quite a bit. And as this improved, we had another little buying opportunity right here with a pause. And now we see the Bitcoin pair strength turning green. We see the line turning up. We're likely to put a 52-week high in here. And we see that strong Bitcoin strength, that trend line, in addition to the moving averages turned up and the confirmation of a higher low. This is the ingredients of triple confirmation. Our probabilities are much higher of breakouts following through. Our risk reward is significantly better. And here's just another example of how we use Bitcoin pair strength to find the next leaders.